wait for the mics, and then the mic will come to you. Please introduce yourself and ask the question. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Sami. I would just like to say, first of all, thank you to the Pakistan Cricket Board for inviting my wife and I to the PSL final. I think this is a great step forward for Pakistan cricket. As you may be aware, ICC has tried to support Pakistan cricket in getting international cricket back to Pakistan on a more regular basis. And I think everyone agrees that getting the matches, the PSL matches in Pakistan, and now the final in Karachi is a great step forward in achieving that. So well done to all involved. Thank you also to the players, I think, who decided to make the trip across to Pakistan. And I think you should also appreciate the work done by actually Pakistan as a country and the Pakistan security forces, because the fact is the perceptions outside of Pakistan was that it was quite a dangerous place to visit in the past. And that perception slowly but surely has been changed through the good work that has been done here, not through any window dressing. So I think that point needs to be appreciated. And the fact that so many players, foreign players, agreed to come and play in Pakistan now is indicative of that. The trust that has been built up amongst security advisors to the players and others has increased tremendously. So everyone must take a pat on the back for that. Other than that, I did mention that you know, the way Pakistan is we're living in a dangerous world. You see what's happened recently in New Zealand, and the attitude that the Pakistan country and the Pakistan Cricket Board have also taken towards this type of trouble that the world is facing is commendable. And we talk about the spirit of cricket, and we talk about the purpose of cricket, which is to unite, inspire and empower communities. Pakistan has been a good example to everyone, to the world in that regard, and hopefully they will keep it up. That's off the field as well as on the field. Generally, we must commend the Pakistan team over the last year or so with the spirit, the way they're playing the game on the field. Hardly ever contesting an umpire's decision, just getting on, playing the game instead of playing the man. So again, I'd like to record our appreciation for the way the Pakistan team is playing the game. Other than that, hopefully I can answer some of your questions.
Thank you, David. Sorry.
You spoke about the Christchurch target. So is there a growing need or the responsibility of the cricket world to enhance security, especially around the World Cup, which is just 2 months away?
I think that I think it's always been the case that we've had to make sure that we keep security as an absolute priority, not only for the players but also for the visiting media, fans, spectators, and everyone who attends the event. You'll recall at the Champions Trophy in England a couple of years back, there were a few incidents that happened. So I don't think security is anything new. Obviously, something happening in New Zealand probably took a lot of people by surprise, and it just emphasizes the need for us not to be complacent, especially going, as you say, going into the World Cup. And I know that the work done already by the Security Directorate, together with all the security agencies in the UK, they're leaving no stone unturned. And if the threat levels should rise in any way, we will uplift the plans that are in place even more.
I'm Ahsan Qureshi, the freelance. My question is related to India. Recently, Indian players wear the army caps, and we got a lot of confusion here because ICC granted the permission to wear the cap, but they said that was a charity thing of fact. How do you comment on that? Because we had a very strong reaction in Pakistan that they wear they don the army caps and send a very aggressive message to Pakistani people, and even the people follow the Indian cricket, and they set an example like they follow Virat Kohli and Dhoni.
I think what people need to understand is that we have quite a a rigorous, a robust regulatory framework by which we grant consent to these types of things. In this case, it was a once-off consent. It was granted subject to the messaging around the wearing of the caps simply being in sympathy with the people who had lost their lives in the attack, and in particular to help them raise funds for the families of the people who had lost their lives. It was given solely with that purpose, and in particular it was given subject to them making no political statement around what was happening. It was a once-off. We do realize that we are living in sensitive times, but we try and where we can to support member countries. You would have noted a precedent where we supported showing a mark of respect to on Anzac Day, which is an Australian and New Zealand military type recognition of people who've lost their lives for those countries. So there was a precedent, and we applied the process. We made it in good faith. As I say, it was a once-off thing, and I'd like to re-emphasize how important it is for all countries, and to follow the example of Pakistan and make sure that we're using cricket to unite people as opposed to using it as a force to diversify.
Ijaz Wasim from Bull TV. World 11, West Indies and Sri Lanka visit last year in Pakistan, and now 8 matches in packed stadium. World Cricket and ICC are satisfied, or Pakistan should do more?
No, I think, as I said, I think they've done a tremendous job, and the level of, I guess it's a level of comfort is growing all the time amongst the players, the foreign teams. I know that there were some security officials from Australia and other countries that came to see the matches here. So as I say, step by step, certainly Pakistan is on the right path, and I know that the PCB will be redoubling their efforts to encourage people and teams to come across, and certainly it will be with the ICC support.
Hello Dave, this is Mir Shabbar from Dawn. India and Pakistan haven't played cricket in the last 10 years almost now, and more than that in fact. Politics is coming between the game, and cricket is being disrupted. So why has the ICC failed to show enough strength and authority to make sure that cricket goes on?
Well, I know that Pakistan have not played India in bilateral series, and up until now the bilateral series have always been a matter for the boards to determine who they play against whom. At ICC events where it's been possible, and where the draw has allowed, Pakistan have always played against India, and we see that continuing at the World Cup coming up in the UK, both in the round robin stage, of course, and if necessary in the semi-finals or final.
Dave, will
Dave, this is Khalid Hussain from the news. Just a quick question. With you as CEO, ICC has been a big supporter of reviving cricket in Pakistan. You leave after the World Cup, and we know that a new CEO is coming over, and people think in Pakistan, being of an Indian origin, probably he won't take as much interest as you did. So are you confident that the ICC will continue supporting Pakistan's campaign to sort of bring back cricket permanently to this country?
Yes, of course, the job of the CEO is to be neutral. I've tried my best, but South Africa still haven't managed to win the World Cup while I've been there, so it doesn't work. Look, it's one of our priorities for 2019. Those priorities have been set to continue with our support in making sure that international cricket returns to Pakistan. So I'm confident that we will not change the policy in that regard.
David will take last 2 questions for Zila and here.
Dave, my question to you is, if India says no to Pakistan in World Cup matches, what would be ICC's role? And is this individual right of a team to say no in World Cup sort of event?
For ICC events, all teams have signed a members' participation agreement, which requires them to participate in all the matches of the tournament. And any unjustified non-compliance with that provision in the agreement, the playing conditions will kick in, and the points will be awarded accordingly.
Tariq Said, last question.
Dave, ICC have awarded radio rights for World Cup to an Indian company, and according to my information, they are refusing to Pakistani territory and Pakistani radio after that war situation. So, a word on that?
No, I'm not sure what you've heard, or I've certainly heard nothing along those lines. The obligation of our broadcast partner, Star Sports, is to broadcast the matches into all territories across the world, and I'm sure that they will be looking to make sure that they've satisfied that provision.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.